Okay, hi guys. How are we all doing today? Good evening, and then welcome to another session. So, as we all know, first of all, what we're going to do is basically learn something new. Do you understand? It's not like it's new, but then we just learn something that can get us closer to profitability in the market. Do you understand? After we learn that, then we can maybe do one or two analysis before we close for the night. Hope that sounds good, yeah? Can you guys all hear me? If you can hear me, please drop like an emoji or like a hi in the comments or something. Let me know that you guys can hear me clearly. Okay, okay, good. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, good. So today what we're going to be doing is something interesting. Um, but then before I introduce the topic, I want us to like get an overview. There's this whole thing I want us to like discuss. So if you look at when we learn market structure, do you understand? You see that we're learning market structure just to help us identify uptrend, downtrend, or ranging markets. Do you understand? And that's supposed to like aid us know when we are supposed to be looking for buys or looking for when to sell. So if you look at this market currently, this market is clearly in a downtrend. We've been having more or less series of lower lows and lower highs. Even with NFP, we had like a lower low, lower high. Do you understand? So we'll more or less be looking for sells. So let's say we decide that we're going to sell around this point here. Do you understand that whole support level that got broken to the downside? Let's say we're looking at price coming back to retest that level and then sell. Are you guys paying attention? So once price gets to this level now, there's that whole level of restraint that we get sometimes that we're like, oh, I really don't know what price is going to do exactly. Do you understand? Or how am I sure that price is going to tap this level and then reverse? All these things are questions that arise. Do you understand? So we're like, okay, as price don't have this level now, how do I know that price is going to reverse? Or how do I know that price is actually going to do what I am looking at it doing? Do you understand? Aside that, when I jump on this trade, how do I drop my stop loss and then take profits? Do you understand? All these are questions that actually pop up when we're looking at all these things. Do you understand? And most times when we don't know all these things, we end up having that whole trade paralysis where we more or less, we more or
Bayan
less,
Allah na faɗa don girman kai ku yi haƙuri ku yi haƙuri.
someone is making noise. So we end up having that whole trade paralysis where we've seen a setup, we've seen a good setup, but then we are not executing, we can't execute, and then we watch price just move in our favor. I feel like that one is even much more painful than how will I put it, taking a loss. Do you understand? So what we're going to be doing today is more or less going to be focused on knowing what to do when price taps these our zones. Do you understand? Or areas of interest, knowing what to do when price tap there. And then when we jump on this trade, we'll look at how we can potentially put our stop loss and then take profits. Hope you guys are with me.
Mm.
So there's this thing before we dive in here, there's this thing I want you guys to observe. There's this thing I want you guys to notice about price movement. So one sec. You see all this movement to the downside here. Can you guys see all this push to the downside?
Yes, sir.
You see that I've highlighted it and then it's looking like one move to the downside. So, oh shit. One sec. Okay. So now I want you guys to observe something. You see this whole area I've highlighted. You see on the 1 hour time frame, it's like one move to the downside. But then if we go to like the 5 minutes time frame, I want you guys to see something. Research chart view. Okay, good. That's the area I highlighted. Now watch something. You see that on the 5 minutes time frame now, it's not just one move to the downside. On the 5 minutes time frame, you can see that what we're having is what? Series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Are you guys paying attention? So you can see that You can see that all these moves now, if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, is going to squeeze it into like looking like one move. Do you get? And why is that so? It's because every candlestick here on the 1 hour time frame is just accounting for price movement for within 1 hour. Do you understand? But then if you go to like the 5 minutes time frame, every candlestick is going to show you price movement for 5 minutes. So every 1 hour candlestick is going to have like I think 12 5 minutes candlestick in it. I just want you guys to have that at the back of your mind. So it's going to spread out that whole price movement. I want you guys to have that at the back of your mind before we dive into what I want us to do today. Do you understand? So what we're going to be doing today, we're not going to while the topic we're doing is more or less other entries and entry confirmations, but then we're going to focus more or less on entry confirmations. Do you understand? Those things that let me put it here, entry confirmations. So we're going to focus more on entry confirmation. So we're going to be looking at those things that we have to pay attention to when price taps our zone. Do you understand? Before we jump on any trade. So now, in the markets here, no matter the type of trader you are, there are two confirmations that we can look out for, or all the confirmations we look out for can be grouped into two. Those are first, we have market structure confirmations. Sorry. Sorry, market structure confirmations. And then we have candlestick confirmations. So we're going to start with market structure confirmations. Hopefully, before the end of this session, yeah, we'll do market structure confirmations and then understand it. So, what is market structure confirmations, or how do we use market structure confirmations? So let's say we have price movement to the downside like this. Or let me just give you guys the definition before I give you guys the description. So when it comes to market structure confirmations, yeah, whenever price taps our zone or area of interest where we're looking to take either a buy or a sell, before jumping on the trade, what we do is drop to our entry time frame, usually a lower time frame, to actually look for a shift in market structure. We're looking for a sign of a reversal, and that sign of reversal in this case is going to be a shift in market structure. This is what I mean. So in this downtrend now, let's say we're decided to take a sell here. Do you understand? At that whole support on to resistance level or at that flip zone, and then price goes to like tap it. Now, once price taps this zone now, what we do, let's say we got this zone on the 1 hour time frame. What we do now is we'll drop to the 5 minutes time frame. Do you understand? Now, on the 5 minutes time frame, what we'll be looking at for now is a shift in market structure. We'll be looking at price tapping this zone and then price more or less breaking to the downside. So let me open gold charts and then show you guys something gold charts. Sorry. me find this whole nice setup I took last week. Sec. Hope you guys are with me. One sec. I'm recording. So I want you guys to observe this. Now, one thing with prices, now once price starts pushing up, you observe that at that level where it starts pushing up, like to push up on a 1 hour time frame, you see that will first of all change. Do you understand? And then start having series of what higher highs and higher lows. So that's to say that if price gets to a certain level on the 1 hour time frame where it wants to reverse, do you understand? So let's say we have this whole zone here. We have this whole support level here that has the potential to turn to a resistance. And then price has tapped inside. If price is going to reverse from that zone, on the 5 minutes time frame, we are going to have that whole element of price tapping inside. We'll have that whole tap. Then we'll have a shift in market structure, and then price will start doing a downtrend. Now, it's not just a coincidence that at a level where I want to sell, price taps into that level. Before price actually got into that level, price was doing an uptrend, and then all of a sudden price taps into that level, and then we have like a shift in market structure, and then price starts doing a downtrend. Do you understand? So having this knowledge, what we're looking for now is what? That whole shift in market structure on the lower time frame. Do you understand? Remember, we're on the 1 hour time frame. We are on the 1 hour time frame. Price has tapped that zone. Now we drop to the 5 minutes time frame. Yeah, you can still call it a change of character. Do you understand? So now we're looking for that whole element of a shift in market structure, price changing towards a downtrend. So let's see if I actually got it here. Let me see. I think to a certain level, has price broken this level to the downside? Well, yes, sort of. This candlestick actually broke it to the downside. This red candlestick here, it's sort of like close below it a little bit. So what we're going to do in this case now is going to highlight this whole support level here. So now why are we highlighting that support? We're looking at price coming back to like retest that level before selling to the downside. Do you understand? So that support level now is going to be our entry. Entry at that whole support level. Stop loss in this case now is going to be a few pips above that whole high before price started pushing to the downside. Do you understand? Now, after we get our stop loss there, our take profit is going to be the 1 hour low. Do you understand? If you cannot identify the 1 hour low from this whole 5 minutes time frame, then you go to the 1 hour time frame and then set your take profit. Do you understand? But this take profit is at the 1 hour low. Stop loss is more or less on that 5 minutes high, that whole high before price started shifting to the downside. So now what we need to wait for now is for price to come back and like tap that level and then sell. Which you can see now that price has more or less created lower low. I've gone back to like retest that level now. Now, what we wait for now is for price to basically drop to the downside. So now, all this while, I want you guys to observe and see what this looks like on the 1 hour time frame. Good. See what this looks like on the 1 hour time frame. You can see that we don't have all that whole breakdown of structure. On the 1 hour time frame, we are just having candlesticks. Do you understand? We're just having one move to the downside. Do you get? So once price taps your zone, you're breaking it down to like the 5 minutes time frame to look for that reversal before it actually starts on the 1 hour. And the only way you can see that reversal is what's on this lower time frame. Hope you guys are with me. So what we just do next now is just wait for price to push to the downside, basically. Do you guys have any question regarding how to like use this in a downtrend? So let's look at how to like use this in an uptrend. So to recap here, how we use this in a downtrend or how we get this market structure confirmations in a downtrend is, let's say we have a zone we're looking to sell. Once price taps the zone now, what we're doing now is dropping to the 5 minutes time frame. Let's say we got the zone on the 1 hour, dropping to the 5 minutes. If you're like a swing trader, then if you get the zone on the 4 hour time frame, you drop to like the 15 minutes time frame to look for that whole shift in market structure. Do you understand? If you get like the zone on the daily time frame, then you drop to like the 1 hour. Do you get? So it depends on the kind of trader you are. Do you understand? But then bottom line is you get the zone on a higher time frame, and then you're dropping to your entry time frame, which is a lower time frame towards execute the trade. Now, let's look at how to use it in an uptrend. So let's say we got an uptrend like this. Price creates like a higher high, higher low, and then another higher high. Do you understand? We got a zone here where we're looking to like execute our trade. So what we're looking for now is for price to tap this zone, and then what? Let's get buys from there. Now, what we're going to use as a confirmation, if the buys are actually going to start here now, is that whole reversal on the lower time frame. So we'll drop to our 5 minutes time frame to look forward, a shift in market structure to the upside. Now, remember, as price is pushing to the downside now, it's going on the 5 minutes, it's going to be doing lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then once it taps this zone, now we'll be looking for that whole shift. Let it start doing what? Series of higher highs and then what? Higher lows. Do you understand? We're looking for price to break at least one of the lower highs to the upside. Then we get like our entry level. We'll be looking at price to come back to like retest it, and then we get buys from there, and then we ride it to the upside. Are you guys getting? So let's take a look at a chart example. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so see this nice level here. Let me see if this one respected it. So if you look at this, you see that price was creating a series of, one sec. Price was creating a series of higher highs, higher low, and then another higher high, and then price started like dropping. So now, let's say we got this zone here where we're looking to take a buy, this whole resistance level that has the potential to turn to support. Now, what we're looking at is for price to come back, tap this level, and then buy from here to the upside. Do you understand? So the moment price taps this zone now, what we'll do is drop to the 5 minutes time frame. Now, what are we looking for on that 5 minutes time frame? That element of what? A reversal, that element of a shift in market structure. Do you understand? So let's wait and then see if we got it. Price pushed up. Let's see. Let's see if we got it. Did we really get it? Nah, I don't think we got it. We did not get it. Good. I think it's just one of those moments. So let's take a look at another example and then see if we got it. Okay, yeah, there was this trade we took on GBP JPY last week with my students. GBP JPY. I think it was last week here. Oh, nice GBP JPY trade. Up until price did this whole dump here. I think where was that setup? It was somewhere around. Let's see. Was it this? No, I don't think it was this one. Okay, yeah, we use Fibonacci to enter. Let's use this one. Your entry is on the your entry is on the lower time frame, yes. So we've got this whole zone here. Yeah, price basically broke above like create a high. So we're looking at price tapping that zone and then reversing. So let's see. At the top of this zone now, what we'll do now is drop to the 5 minutes time frame. So what we'll be looking for on that 5 minutes time frame now is a shift in market structure for price to more or less break highs to the upside. So let's see if we got that. Good. So if you look at this, you see that price just broke above this level here. This candlestick just slightly closed above it. Yeah, that candlestick just closed above it. So what we're going to do in this case now is our entry is going to be at this zone here. We'll be looking at price coming back to retest. Stop loss slightly below here. And then we're going to be targeting the 1 hour high, which is up here like this. Do you understand? So we'll be looking at price coming back to retest and then bounce back to the upside. So yeah, at the retest of that level. Good. You can see that immediately price came back to like tap, we started pushing to the upside. Do you get? So let's see if we actually got that whole movement to the upside. Are you guys getting the whole idea of this thing? So what we're doing is we're getting the whole trade idea on the higher time frame and then dropping to the lower time frame to get our entry. Do you understand? This is what this whole thing is going to look like on the 1 hour time frame. Oh, sorry. So see what it looks like. You can see that on the 1 hour time frame, the whole thing is just one candlestick. You can see that it's not spreading that price movement like the lower time frame is. So you would not really sense the reversal up until it has started going up. At that time, it will be too late. Do you understand? And when you break it down to the lower time frame, you have like a tighter stop loss. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good. So that's basically it regarding this whole stuff. So the key thing with getting or the key thing with using market structure confirmations, yeah, it's more or less once price taps your zone, you're breaking it down to the 5 minutes time frame to look for that whole reversal sign. And what's that reversal sign? It's a shift in market structure. Do you understand? So come market open tomorrow, yeah, this is what I want us to do. Do you get? We have like potential markets where we can like get potential trades. So one sec, let me delete all of this. Let's go to like GBP JPY. Okay, so something like GBP JPY now, we can see that price just broke above to create like this high. So we have this whole sort of like this whole resistance not support here. So what we could do is watch and then see maybe if price will come back to like retest it before pushing up. Now, once price taps this zone now, what I want you guys to do is drop to the lower time frame and then see if you like get reversal signs. Do you understand? Now you can screenshot these things and then send it on the group chat and then I review them. And then if there are any corrections, we'll discuss it in our next session. Do you understand? That being said, I think that will be like all I have to say today. Yeah. So I think our next session will look at candlestick confirmations.